You want to look at the basics of loops and Stata. So let's first start off with why do we want to use loops and Stata? Loops are used to do repetitive tasks. So we later look at examples of the sort of tasks that loops can automate. It could be, for instance, you want to clean string variables. Their loops are very helpful. Similarly, it might be that you're running a regression and you have different dependent variables that you want to regress on the same set of independent variables. In that case, also you can use loops. So we'll look at different applications of loops where they'll help us to automate repetitive tasks. Now, when we feed values in the loop, which essentially means that we tell what values do we want the loop to run over, we'll see that you can enter them through locals, you can enter those values through globals, you can enter those values through a variable list or through numbers, right? So when you're feeding values into a loop, you're telling the loop what do you want the loop to run on. So you can enter those values through locals, globals, variable list, or numbers, and we'll look at all of this in detail. Now, there's some general rules that apply when you're writing the syntax for a loop. So you use these curly brackets to specify the beginning and end of a loop. Like over here, we specified the beginning with a curly bracket and the end with a curly bracket. Now the open brace must appear on the same line as the loop command. The loop command will be for each or for value. So we'll write our loop command, which we'll later see can be for each or for values. So our loop command will come here, and then we'll write the open brace. And then what you do is nothing can follow the open brace except maybe comments that you want to add like this. So you can add comments, but nothing else can follow the open brace. So the first command to be executed must appear in a new line. So whenever you're writing the loop syntax, so you write a loop command, which will be for each of our values, we'll see later. Then you put your open brace. Now you won't write the command in front of the open brace. Now you'll go on the next line, you'll write all your commands. Then you'll write all your commands, and once you're done with your commands, then the close brace must appear on a line itself by the end. So this is the loop syntax. You start with the loop command, which can be for each or for values. We'll see later. You write your open brace. Now you don't write the command here after the open brace. You write your commands in the next lines. And once you're done, then in the end, on a line by itself, you put the close brace. So this is the general loop syntax. And I will look in detail later the different loop commands that we have, like for each and for values.